Oh, ChatGPT Dees, it was in the middle of the day, under the sun, in front of everyone, when the officer pointed at her and said, "If you want respect, earn it. Clean my boot." Mariah didn't argue. She knelt down on the courthouse steps, with napkins, a widow, a soldier's widow. What happened 2 hours later? No one in town will ever forget. Tell me in the comments what city you're watching from. I love seeing where these stories are reaching. Mariah Green wasn't the kind of person who sought attention. She wasn't loud. She didn't make scenes. She worked double shifts at the diner and cared for her son alone after Jacob died overseas. The town knew who she was, but lately, it seemed like everyone forgot. She'd been trying for months to get a meeting at City Hall to fix an error with her late husband's benefits. Paperwork missing. Letters unanswered. No one returned her calls. Until finally, she got a name, a time, and a day. She wore her best blouse, put her hair up neatly, and walked down Main Street with her purse in one hand and the letter in the other. She passed by the courthouse like she had 100 times before. But this time, Officer Brent Doolin was leaning on his cruiser outside, sipping iced coffee, bored. He watched her cross the square and called out, "Hey, where you headed in such a rush?" She politely answered. He narrowed his eyes. "You sure you got business there?" She nodded. "City Hall, 11 a.m. He sipped again. "Let me see some ID." She hesitated, confused. "Excuse me?" "I said ID. You can't just be walking around government buildings with who knows what in your bag." People started watching. She opened her wallet, still calm. He took the ID, examined it, then dropped it to the ground. "Oops," he said, smirking. "While you're down there," he kicked his boot into the coffee puddle and told her to wipe it. A respectful woman would have been more cooperative. She didn't speak. She knelt, and she cleaned. An old man across the street took a picture. Pastor Eli. He didn't intervene, but he walked away right after. 2 hours later, 3 black SUVs and a military convoy pulled up to the courthouse, armed, quiet, and efficient. The sheriff came out confused. Officer Doolin laughed until a uniformed woman approached and asked for him by name, Brigadier General Rachel Miles from the Department of Defense. She asked the officer if he had recently interacted with a widow named Mariah Green. He shrugged and said, "Maybe." She pulled out her phone. A video played of him humiliating Mariah. She looked him in the eye and said, "That woman is the widow of Sergeant Jacob Green, Silver Star, died saving my brother." She handed him a federal notice of investigation, and within minutes, Doolin was escorted away. Mariah, who had been called to City Hall under the pretense of rescheduling her appointment, was asked to return to the square. The general met her there. In front of everyone, she saluted Mariah and handed her Jacob's final medal, one that had been delayed in bureaucracy. "This should have been yours long ago." The crowd clapped, not wildly, but respectfully, like they should have long ago. Mariah didn't cry. She just nodded, looked at the steps where she had kneeled, and walked away standing taller than ever before. If this story moved you, comment the word honor and tell me what that word means to you. For Mariah, it meant not losing herself, even when they tried to take her dignity. There is a story here on the screen that will also move you. Press to watch. You won't regret it.